Hi there, Pastor Lanre here. I trust that you're keeping safe, but regardless, I want you to know that the covenant of preservation and protection of our God perpetually abides over you and yours. On this episode, I have a very interesting personality who's going to be talking to you about something that is very, very critical to all of us. He'll be talking about how to increase your earning abilities even in a recession. And I'm talking about no other person than my friend and my brother, Uche Onoche. Uche Onoche is a life coach, is a business coach, is a leadership expert, he is an author and is an entrepreneur. He is committed to demystifying the mysteries that surrounds wealth creation. He serves currently as the Group Managing Director of Madison Energy Services. He is also the President of the Marketplace Apostles Empowerment Foundation. You will totally enjoy listening to Uche Onoche.
Hello there. Welcome to another episode of this business tips, and today we're talking about how you can cope in a lockdown as a business person, as an entrepreneur, that you are home. In some states in our country, you can't even move out. So how do I cope? The first one is, if you have a business, if you have a going concern, then how you need to see how you can take your business online. If not all your business, you can, all the parts of your business, you can take part of it and take it online and continue to communicate with your customers and continue to communicate with your clients. Don't let your business name leave the mind of your customers. So what do you do now? I told a client, I said, this is the time for you to either every day send out something talking about the pandemic with your company logo and encouraging people at this time. In that way, they continue to see your business and they continue to see that you are active, and so after this time, they will realize that you are still existing, because if you're not visible in this time, it might be difficult for you to bounce back after now. So take part of your business, or all, if you can, take it online and see how you begin to grow your clientele online. But as a business person, as an entrepreneur, as a startup or business enthusiast, you've never done any business before, this is the time for you to look for opportunity. This is the time for you to look for opportunity. What is business really? Business is looking for that gap and creating a service from that gap. What do people want? If you can critically identify what people want, then you are in business. So example now, what do people want in this time? One is food. People want food. And because people want food, how can you create a service or services from it? Like in my state, in River State, people cannot come in and people cannot leave. So how do foodstuffs come in? How do I get these commodities in? There's still a way to get it in, and people are bringing in stuff, or there's a way things are rotating within the city. So you don't want to leave your home. You don't know how to get this dry food, so to say, and these commodities. I can get it for you because I have a source, or I have sources to get it. That is, I've created a service and I've created a clientele. Okay, now you cannot market. There are no offices to go. You have social media because everything is coming online. Without an online activity, your business, you can't operate now, even now and after this pandemic. So you need to know, how do I get food across? How do I get this food, and how do I take it across to people that need it? That is one. Another is that this is a time for catering. Home catering to prosper. Door-to-door catering to prosper. I've seen people come and market my wife and say, look, I can cook soup for you because you're a working mother. I can give you this. So people are actually ordering for some kind of food for you to cook and to bring to them because they are not able to get those stuff. So there's a lot of activity that you can create right now. I have a cousin that told me, tell me how to survive in this pandemic. And I was just asking, what are the things that you have around you? He said nothing. But I remember that his wife is a medical doctor. So I said, but you have something that you can feed from. So why don't you go to the internet and say that, look, for consulting now, if you want some form of consulting, prescription, and even for someone to get the medication to you, you can pay a certain fee. So small fees, because money is not, everybody is shy is spending now. So what he does is that 2,000 naira for consultation. If you don't know where to get the medication, he will get it and bring it to you, and you pay him something small for transportation. So he has a wife that is a medical doctor. He's been able to create a service around that particular need. Another thing is training. People are sitting at home, so they want to learn something. They want to learn a skill. They want to learn one thing or the other. So this is the best time for you to do it. And there are many kinds of training. The one that is booming now is training for our kids at home. There are people that are going to write JAM and WAEC after now. There are also kids that are in JS3 that are going to write their junior WAEC, and they need training. And it costs a lot to do those type of trainings, and you can do it with Zoom or Google, or on Google. You can teach, you can train them. So there's quite a lot that you can do right now. How about garbage disposal? How about laundry services? Like someone I know in Lagos, because they couldn't move, in his estate where he went and delivered, he printed flyers and said, look, I can do laundry services for you. This is not what he does. But because he's looking for how to create and generate funds at this time, he's able to create a service. So what I'm leaving with you now is that your hobby can also become a service. You can develop a blog right now and begin to talk about things. Please don't attack the church or attack pastors. It's not going to help us in this time. What I'm saying is that now we need to be able to get a blog that will be teaching something. And before you know it, the people might call you for extra services, and people might call you for, look, I need you to do this, and you begin to earn. So there's a lot we can do now. Fear and creativity don't go together. Don't be afraid, even if you don't want to leave your home or you cannot leave your home. Look around you. What can you do? There's always a service that you can bring out. There's always a service that you can bring out of every situation. So there is a business idea you can see. You don't need to leave your street. You don't need to leave your estate. But there's something that you can do. A lot of young men are going around and they're saying, we cannot eat, we cannot eat. Yes, for some, they cannot eat. But now is the time for you to look at what can I offer the society at this time. And no matter where you are, if it's car wash, car hire. How about driving? I know someone that uses his car. He's an engineer in a company that is locked down now, that is shut down now. And what does he do? Some people don't want to take regular taxis. So what do? He will call, he put it out there. If you want to, for 1 hour or the other, he goes into do this car hire services. So, and this is not his business. After now, he goes back to work. There are many things that you can look at. Look at the potentials that you have. You can create a business out of it. So until I come your way next, keep safe and practice social distancing and all that we've been told. Thank you. God bless you.